Hello everyone, this is the third in the mini-series on abundance, and I thought today we would talk about the money traumas that we've experienced in this life since we've been born. So all the stuff that was told to us, things that were told to us in church, things that were told to us by the family, all the things we've seen on the news, all the can't have, not enough stuff that went on. Because those are the sort of things that as a small child we take on board, and then we create our own beliefs around them. And sometimes we create beliefs that weren't what people intended us to create, but we create them and then we hang on to them. And sometimes it's not very helpful. So I thought today we would perhaps look at some of the things that people say, some of the things that we may still be holding on to from childhood. I know one of the things that I held on to for so many years was that my gran gave us threepence spending money, old money for those who don't know what old money was, which we could spend every week. And Papa, my granddad, gave us sixpence, but Mum made us, and Dad made us put them in a money box that belonged to the bank to save it for our holidays. Well, apart from the fact that I really wanted to spend it, not save it, it was a little book and it had teeth, so once you put the money in, nothing you could do would get the money out until you took it into the bank. And I really, really resented that, being told what I could do and what I couldn't do with money that was mine. And it was like, you can't have it. You'll be glad to have it when we give it to you. You'll be glad to have it for your holiday, which, to be fair, I was. But there was something about not having the right to make my own decisions, along with the lines of not being trusted to make my own decisions around money. I can still remember people saying, well, my mum, I think, saying, money burns a hole in your pockets. And it just meant that when I saw something I wanted to buy, I would buy it. And my mum, with her money wounds, wanted to save everything, just in case, saving stuff for a rainy day. And my little girl, and in fact my grown-up girl, are not very good at saving. Well, don't always see the point in saving for a rainy day. We'd rather actually have fun in the here and now, because that's something we can actually do, and create money to follow so that we can still do what we want to do further down the line. But there are so many things that were said to us, and I know I mentioned yesterday it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go into heaven. And I was working on some abundance stuff when I was about, a little while ago anyway. And I was triggered back to being 7 years old at Sunday school and them talking about it then. And me deciding I'd obviously better not to get rich then, because it's obviously important to get into heaven. And I know certainly years ago, when I was first earning my money, I really wanted to prove that you could live without money, that you could have a really good life without money in the bank, without savings. And I did prove that, to be fair. It was very stressful sometimes. And now I would prefer to have some money in the bank and some money to spend now, just because I want the choices that it gives me. And money per se is just an energy. It's not anything in itself. It's what it allows us to do, to have. And for me, money is about choices. It's about, when I see a retreat I'd really like to go on, I can just go, yeah, I'm going to do that. When I fancy going over to America and seeing some friends, I can just do it without even thinking about it. Those are the things that I want to have money for. The fun things, the things that allow me to be myself, to be able to set up a workshop and not worry whether it's going to bring in enough to cover the cost of the room or whatever. Just to know that there's money there, that's that cushion that keeps us safe and comfortable. And it doesn't matter whether you're used to having it, whether you're not used to having it. It's really good to clear the old beliefs that we've been carrying, because they just get in our way. We are all naturally abundant. The abundance of the universe is limitless, but we are trained when we're young to see things as either or. You can either have this or you can have that. You can't have both. People don't want to spoil you, but also that belief that there's never enough, and that it's not fair if you have too much, because then there might not be something for somebody else. And when we can let go of those limiting beliefs, it makes life a whole lot easier to attract what we really want to attract in our life. So if you'd like to tap along with me, just take responsibility for your own well-being, and most of the time we'll be tapping on the side of our hand. So even though they told me so many stories about money and abundance and what was possible and what was impossible, and I believed them. Of course I did. They were the grown-ups. I thought they knew. Even though some of the things that were said were really confusing to me. And still I followed what they said. And I love and accept those confused young parts of me. Even though I listened to what they said, and then I created rules about it. And I'm still living to those rules today. And I'd like all parts of me to know I really didn't have enough information at that time to create the vows, decisions, beliefs, and strategies that I created around abundance, or the lack of it. Even though I listened to what they said and I took it on board. Money doesn't grow on trees, you know. You can't have everything you want. If you have that, there won't be anything left for later. Money burns a hole in your pocket. You have to save for a rainy day. And the rainy day comes and they still won't let you spend it. All the things they told me and all the beliefs I created about it. I love and accept all the parts of me that actually believed all of this. And I've been trying to live my life with it. And I'm letting every part of me know now that it is finally safe to let go of all of that stuff. It was offered with the best of intentions, as it was offered to them with the best of intentions. And it really doesn't work for me at this time. And I know the universe is limitlessly abundant. And I can create whatever abundance I want when my energy is right. So I'd like all parts of me to release now all unhelpful vows, decisions, beliefs, strategies and feelings based around abundance, based around what people told me, based around the meanings I made of that. So I'm finally free to be my naturally abundant self. I'm finally free to be my naturally abundant self, to allow the universe to give me the abundance it's wanting to give me. Learning to say yes please, learning to say thank you, learning to celebrate being my naturally abundant self. It's time. It's safe. And I deserve it. And even if I didn't, I could still have it. And I love and accept myself and all those young parts of me that created so many stories based on this. So happy tapping. I hope you notice a difference. I'd love to hear how abundance starts to come into your life as you start to clear the layers. And if you want to do more work with me, because I will be doing a couple more YouTube videos, but then I'm going to be doing an abundance workshop. So if you want to really get into this and delve more deeply, clear more deeply, then check out my website to see what's on offer. The one I'm be running soon will be on the website by the weekend. It's not quite there yet. Take care, everybody. Bye.